cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, today is Monday, January the 16th, 2023. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Let's jump right into this. We see, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a solid 7. 7.5. We see Billy and Lily and Billy and Daniel. Lily and Daniel, they're talking and she says, I know I wasn't really great company. They're at Crimson Lights. Then we see Billy and Chelsea come down. So now all four of them are together. Billy is like, I'm going to go and get us a tea. And so he's staying busy getting tea. Daniel and Chelsea are really the only ones talking. They're just catching up. And it is awkward. But then finally, Chelsea says, well, I'm going to go home. Thanks for the tea, Billy. And Billy says, yeah, I'm going to head out too. And he and Lily are just staring at each other and they're looking away. It's awkward. And I'm like, I thought y'all, and Daniel tells Lily, I thought y'all were gonna try to be friends through this. And she says it's just really painful and everything. And she's just leaning on Daniel to get her through this tough time. But she says she's about to go to work. Y'all, it was nothing. I'm sorry, it was really nothing. It's just it's gonna be awkward because Billy and Lily just broke up. So, when you break up with somebody and then you have to run into them, and not only that, she runs into him with Chelsea. And so she's like, I'm sure Billy will be okay because him and Chelsea have gotten really close. And that was one of the reasons that they had issues. And then for her to see you with the reason, because Lily and Daniel, at this point, there is nothing going on. They are just friends. But for her to have to see you with Chelsea and she's one of the reasons y'all had issues, I mean, that's painful. So then we move on, child. So then Victor is sitting down and Adam comes up to him and says, what do you and Kyle have to talk about? He said it was family. And he says, Kyle, he asked him about how Adam was at Jabot. And Victor went ahead and admitted, that he asked Kyle that. And Adam says, you don't care about me working you're not happy that I'm working at Jabot. So I know you're not asking to see that I'm thriving. So what is it? And so he won't say anything. Victor won't say anything, but they just say that he's just like, I'm concerned about family. You should always be concerned about family, something you're not, a concept you're not into or whatever. But then Victor and Adam sit down, because Adam sits down and they start talking, and he starts telling Adam about how, you know, he's he they start talking about Connor and how he hopes that Connor never gets older and doesn't want a relationship with him and treats him the way Adam has. I said, Victor, you never take accountability for anything you've done. And he says, it was your mother who wanted you to stay on that ranch. I wanted to bring you here. And when are you going to stop blaming me for that? Or whatever. And I said, once again, this doesn't have really to do with the past. It's what you're doing right now. And if Victor can't see that him wanting to get Adam fired just so he'd have to fall on his face and come crawling back to Newman, like, who does that? Oh, I can't even stand to look at Victor. Let me move on. Oh, because Adam pretty much says he don't want anything to do with them because he always knows Victor's up to his tricks. So then Billy comes in and he's having a rough night, and Adam is there, and Adam is coming over, and Billy says, Adam, not tonight. And so Adam is about to leave, but he's saying, you know what? It is gonna be tonight because Adam been drinking, child. So Adam comes over and he said, Billy says, are you drunk? Because Adam is just like, you need to leave Chelsea alone. I know you want to help her, but I'm sure Lily's not too happy about this. Now, Adam doesn't know that Lily has broken up with Billy. So Billy's really in his feelings about all this. So he's like, Adam, leave me alone or shut the heck up. And, and all this, and Adam and Billy just keep going back and forth because Billy says, are you so selfish, you don't want somebody to helping Chelsea? And Adam is just like, you're not trying to help Chelsea, you are doing this to make yourself feel better about your miserable life. And then Abby eventually has to come over and tell them, hey, stop it. Stop it, you two, take it outside in the cold. And Adam apologizing, and then she looks at Billy because Adam leaves. And she looks at Billy and she said, what's the matter with you? But he don't want to talk about it. So before Abby was there with Billy at Society and Adam, she actually had been at Devon's place, right? And when she was at Devon's place, they were just talking about Tucker and what he's done. And she says, "Oh, a controlling father that tries to, take over. I wouldn't know about one of those." But Abby minds her business when it comes to her dad and all them. She really doesn't be involved with them like that. But she was just like, "I wouldn't know about that." And then Devon gets a text from Tucker saying, "Can we meet?" And so he's like, because Tucker texted him and he's like, "Okay, I'll give you 5," because Abby told him, "Devon, you could at least meet with him and tell him you don't want anything to do with them." And Devon is like, "You're right." So then we go to Chelsea. Adam goes over to Chelsea after Abby tells him to leave. He goes over to Chelsea and he leave. I mean, he goes over there and she tells him that what's up, what's going on. And he looks down and he sees that Billy has clearly been there because she had 2 plates and snacks. He said, "You were watching a movie." And Chelsea is like, because she was just thinking about Billy and how she covered him over with a blanket. I said, "Who didn't see this coming?" And he was just like, he was like, "I didn't come over to talk about me. I came over to check up on you." And she was like, "I'm fine. So you don't have to use that as an excuse, you know." And so he started asking about watching movies and stuff, and she knows what Adam is really up to as far as, being upset about Billy. So she tells him to leave and he leaves. And I said, "Why is it that everybody can see everyone's mental health, but no one can see Adam's?" I mean, being honest, no one can see Adam's. Anyways, so Tucker goes over to Devon's place, right? And Tucker explains to Devon he wanted to come, he wanted chill Ashley running Jabot, and he wanted running Chancellor Winters. And Devon says, "I understand that. And if you had came the right way, you could have gotten your wish, or at least, talked about it." He said, "But everything you do is sneaky and underhanded, and you lie and you deceive. And so whatever you want, you can't have because you never tell the truth about anything. So you push me away." And he says, "And I want nothing to do with you. And I'm sure Ashley does it." So he told Tucker, "What you could do for me is leave." And Tucker like, "Okay, whatever." I mean, not whatever, but I mean, what choice does he have? Devon tells him to get out, so he leaves. So then we go over here to Summer and Kyle, right? And Summer and Kyle are talking just about, is everything, they hope everything is safe with Diane. And he was like, "Yeah, everything should be good." And then because she decided to stay and not go to Paris. And so then they continue to talk and he tells her about what Victor did as far as wanting them to help push Adam out. And she says, "Dang, that's horrible." She said, "What did you say?" And he says, "I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no." And she says, that she doesn't think you can force a family and connive, all that cunning and stuff to you can't make people be together. I said, "Are you talking about Diane?" Because Summer don't really care for Diane, but she said you can't lie your way into making someone want to be a part of your family. And so then she tells him, and I don't understand why Jack has such affection for Adam. And he says, "Yeah, because Adam's such a liar." Kyle gets on that bandwagon. "He's such a liar and he's this and that." I like your mother? Like your mother? Okay. So then we go to Jeremy and Diane, and she's telling him, I gotta go to Chicago, get this jewelry. And he says, "Let me come with you." And she said, "It's a one woman job. I don't need your help." And he was like, "No, but I want to come with you," and whatever. So she had to talk fast and tell him, "No, you told me you wanted me to prove my loyalty. So let me prove my loyalty." And then he says, "Well, let's go up to my room before you go." And she said, "No, no, no, I'm on a tight schedule, but I'll be there, when I come back." I said, "Girl, how is this gonna end? Like, how is this supposed to end?" I don't know, child. Anyways, so then we see Diane runs over and she looks behind her, and Summer and Kyle sees this because she runs into the Abbott household. And Summer said, "Should you be here?" She said, "Because you were looking behind you like you're paranoid." And she said, "No, no, no, I made sure nobody followed me." And Summer's like, "Well, I'm not confident in that because the way you're looking and you're running scared, like she literally was running scared." She said, "This is dangerous." And Summer really isn't for this. And Dan said, "Summer, I'm trying to protect everyone." And Kyle, he gonna back his mama up. So he's like, "Everything is fine, Summer. Everything's fine." So then Jack comes, right? And when Jack comes, they said, "Did you do it? What? Like you haven't been in touch." He said, "Yo, don't worry, everything is taken care of." And then Jack pulls out this necklace, and they're like, "Wow, that looks expensive," and all this. And then Summer says, "Hold on, wait a minute." That necklace is my grandmother's. My grandfather gave it to him. I said, "Y'all didn't think Summer was gonna catch on this?" And they said, she was like, "How did you get it? Did she give it to you?" And he was like, "No. Well, we have to get." So they started explaining, we have to give Jeremy something expensive because he testing Diane and all this. And she said, "Did my grandmother give it to you? Did she know about it?" And they were like, "No." And she said, "Wait, you stole it?" He said, "Yeah, I went to her apartment in Chicago." This is Jack trying to explain everything. And y'all, it pissed me off that they are making this sound so logical when you stole from this girl's grandmother. What is wrong with y'all? You stole from this girl's grandmother and you expect her to be okay with this? And she told Kyle, "I am not okay with this and I want no part of this. And I don't want you to have a part with it either." Because she like, what's going to happen if my grandparents find out about this? What if you can't get it back without being undetected? I said, "Baby, they're going to find out about this. They are going to find out about this. And when Nikki finds out you did this for Diane, she is gonna blow a gasket." And anyway, so she was like, "I want no parts of this." And Kyle, "I don't want you in on it either." And so she leaves out of the room. And then Kyle's like, "I'll talk to her. I'll make her come around. I'll bring her around." And I said, "Why is she always having to come around to your way of thinking? Y'all were wrong in this. Y'all did wrong." So then Diane, "I did not. This is what I didn't want to happen." I said, "Girl, don't start. Don't like you can do. Your fans can be all delusional about you, but I am not. You don't care that Summer's upset because you had a smirk on your face while it was all going down, and I don't know how anybody didn't see that." And so, anyways, Jack is like, "Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna work out. It's almost over." And I said, "What is almost over? Y'all are not going to tell me you're putting Jeremy Starks back in the prison. Something is wrong is gonna happen here." And then he started kissing Diane, and I said, "Baby, Jack is gone. He has lost it." But again, y'all know I say Diane is the best person for him, but I don't know. You complain about Phyllis so much, but Phyllis ain't had you doing illegal stuff. Like she didn't have you do anything illegal. She the one who connected you back with Diane, but you couldn't forgive her for coming downstairs, and so Diane would know that y'all slept together. But you've done all this since Diane's come back in town, and all she's done is lie. Everything, the way she came back into town was a lie. But that's not my business. It's neither here nor there. Y'all tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps Young and the Restless edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.